President Trump likes to brag about all he's gotten done in his first year of office. In fact, he's declared himself the most successful of, quote, any president in history.
There has never been a 10-month president that has accomplished what we have accomplished, that I can tell you.
But the American people aren't so sure. In a national survey in November, 65% of respondents said they hadn't seen many accomplishments coming out of the White House so far. Oof. But the truth is somewhere in the middle. It's true that Trump hasn't exactly succeeded in pushing through big pieces of signature legislation. There's been no TrumpCare, there's been no wall with Mexico, one of his biggest campaign promises. But the Trump administration has also done all kinds of other stuff, from executive orders to changes to the regulatory state that will fundamentally change the way a lot of us live. Here are 5 top policy changes that you'll notice from your kitchen table. Number 1, the tax bill. This is a giant piece of legislation.
It's the largest tax cut in the history of our country.
It cuts taxes for corporations and the very rich.
Believe me, this is not good for me.
But if you're in the middle or lower class, it's a little more ambiguous. You might get a small tax cut over the next few years, but all middle-class tax cuts end in 2025. Number 2, Obamacare. While Trump and his allies failed to push through a total repeal of Obamacare in Congress, they have been chipping away at it along the edges. For example, Trump scrapped the federal subsidies for health insurance companies, which were used to lower out-of-pocket costs for low-income people. He also ordered sweeping changes in the nation's insurance system, allowing sales of cheaper policies with fewer benefits and fewer protections. That unravels a whole lot of what Obamacare is as a law. And depending on where you live, that means bracing yourself for soaring insurance premiums next year. Number 3, immigration. On the campaign trail, Trump promised a border wall. He hasn't done that. But he has overseen an explosion in deportations. Immigration officials have arrested 25% more people this year than last year. And in December, the Supreme Court approved the 3rd version of Trump's embattled travel ban. His anti-immigration rhetoric has also just changed the way a lot of us think of America.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
According to the FBI, hate crimes in the U.S. rose 10% between 2014 and 2016. And in late November, Trump himself retweeted 3 videos supposedly showing Muslims committing acts of violence. The videos had been posted by an anti-Islam organization, a hate group in the United Kingdom.
To drive Islam out of this country forever!
Number 4, overtime. Trump's Justice Department ended an Obama-era expansion of the federal overtime rule. That means that about 4 million Americans who currently make low incomes will no longer be eligible for time and a half once they work more than 40 hours a week. Number 5, the environment. Under Trump, the EPA has dismantled dozens and dozens of Obama-era rules, reducing the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. It's also rescinded a rule designed to protect lakes, ponds, and streams. It's reopened the Arctic to drilling. It's cleared the way for Keystone XL pipeline. It's shrunk national monuments. It's allowed coal mining on public lands. We could go on. The problem with all this stuff, with environmental laws and regulations, is that it's really hard to measure what that means for us right now. They're designed in the long-term interests of the country and the earth. So get rid of clean air and water rules, and is the sky going to turn black next week? No. But is it going to result in a return to the smog and scummy lakes of the 1970s? Yes, eventually. So Trump hasn't delivered on every campaign promise, but he's definitely had a significant impact on our lives already. And it's just year 1.